Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to track a continuous 12-hour timeline of high performance to uncover a really quiet truth: why success often feels so incredibly heavy. We talk a lot about strategies, we talk about metrics, but in this explainer, we're looking at the upstream layer. We're talking about the internal conditions that dictate how we actually function when the pressure is real. And it starts with this piercing realization: success rarely looks like a breakdown. Usually, it looks like you are functioning perfectly while quietly losing your edge. This is the absolute foundation of our journey today. We're exploring the quiet internal tension that successful people face every single day. That vast, exhausting gap between what you're executing on the outside and what you're actually experiencing on the inside. So, over the course of a single day, we're going to track 4 distinct pressure patterns experienced by top professionals. We'll start with the morning rush at 8:30 a.m., move through the midday meetings, hit the afternoon pitch, and finally wrap up late at night. Right, so our clock starts at 8:30 a.m. Meet our elevating manager. Externally, she is flawlessly executing sudden organizational shifts, crushing it. But internally, her brain is secretly running these exhausting background simulations on personal financial commitments, family obligations, and just the sheer overwhelming weight of her growing responsibilities. We call this pressure pattern 1, the thinking load. As your responsibilities grow, your decisions suddenly carry much heavier second-order consequences. And here's the thing, it's a competence issue. Let's fast forward a bit. It's 11:30 a.m. now, and the pressure is rising as we step into a high-stakes strategy alignment meeting with our second character, the high-performing professional. On the outside, this guy is sitting at the table. He's nodding, he looks entirely composed. But internally, he's caught in a massive spiraling loop. He is agonizing over a single piece of past critical feedback from a stakeholder. He is physically in the room, sure, but his mind is miles away, totally trapped in a relentless simulation that he just can't seem to shut off. To really understand this trap, we have to look at the neuroscience of the NLP, or Neuro-Linguistic Programming Pattern Equation. It's like a domino effect. A thought triggers an emotion, provoking a reaction, which ultimately reinforces a loop. His nervous system is basically hijacking an old trigger, that past critique, and turning it into an automated brain loop. The brain thinks it's keeping him safe by hyper-analyzing everything, but in reality, it's pulling him right out of the present moment. This brings us to pressure pattern 2, endless mental replay. Ancient wisdom actually calls these repetitive, unconscious cycles samskaric loops. It's like your brain's surveillance system is running at absolute full capacity, and the off switch is broken. Have you ever felt completely, unexplainably drained after a meeting where you barely even said a word? Well, this is exactly why. Your mental machinery is just overheating. Okay, so the day peaks at 2:30 p.m. Meet our early-stage entrepreneur. She's standing right outside the boardroom, about to pitch a critical strategic direction to some very senior stakeholders. Now, she's a visionary for sure, but she is hitting a major wall. Externally, she's presenting the data. Internally, though, her old operating system, the one that relied on controlling absolutely every single variable, is breaking under the weight of unexpected market volatility. She is trying to win a new game using an old playbook. And because of this, she's stopped actually thinking dynamically in the room. Instead, she's just performing the thinking. But here's the crazy part. The boardroom itself isn't the problem. The real battle? It happens in the 90 seconds before she walks through that door. That minute and a half is where the intense self-interrogation and perception management completely take over. Will they take me seriously? What if my data is challenged? And that triggers pressure patterns 3 and 4, confidence under scrutiny and the collapse of executive presence. She hasn't lost her confidence, not at all, but under the intense glare of high visibility, her natural confidence has simply been crowded out by cognitive self-monitoring. She's trying to make decisions and manage perception at the exact same time. It creates a massive cognitive traffic jam that causes her true presence to completely falter. Night falls. It's 8:30 p.m. We find our final character, the elite founder, sitting quietly at his dinner table at home. This is perhaps the most deeply isolating reality of them all. Just look at his external world. He's achieved incredible success, total financial stability, and massive business scale. But his internal reality, he is mentally marooned. His mind instantly moves the goalpost after every single win. He's built this incredible, massive vision over the last 10 years, but somehow, along the way, he has completely edited himself out of it.
He's physically present at dinner, sure, but he is entirely devoid of internal flow. Neuropsychiatrist Dr. Daniel Siegel calls this the river of well-being. Picture a flow zone right in the middle, bordered by the bank of chaos on one side and the bank of rigidity on the other. Our founder, he isn't chaotic. He is hopelessly stranded on the bank of rigidity. His prefrontal cortex is totally dominating. He's overly logical, emotionally numb, and managing perception rather than embodying presence. As neuroscientist Antonio Damasio points out so brilliantly, stripping out emotion doesn't give you pure thinking, it actually gives you broken thinking.
And this is pressure pattern 5, a lack of directional alignment and internal flow. The founder's struggle isn't a bad business strategy, it's a profound psychological split. High performance without inner alignment just turns into controlled chaos. To get back to that flow zone, he has to reintegrate his mind, his heart, and his actual sense of meaning.
So bringing our manager, our professional, our entrepreneur, and our founder all together, they have all hit the exact same wall. If they were sitting in a room together right now, they'd collectively ask one massive question. We are brilliant, highly capable people. Why can't we just think our way out of this? Why can't they just read another book or optimize a brand new framework?
Well, it comes down to one shared absolute realization. You cannot read the label from inside the bottle. You just can't. Their current mental operating system is the very thing generating all of this friction. You simply cannot use a stressed system to objectively dismantle a stress system. Adding a new productivity tool or a generic corporate framework, it won't work when the system itself needs a complete fundamental upgrade.
And this shared realization among our characters is exactly what a mindset and performance coach solves. We're not talking about generic motivation or empty hype speeches here. A coach acts as an elite, upstream thinking partner. They provide a neutral, zero-judgment space entirely outside the relentless noise of your business to upgrade that operating system. They help you clear those 5 pressure patterns, focusing on durable, long-lasting clarity rather than fleeting hype. So, if you recognize yourself in any of these 12 hours we just walked through, if you feel that quiet internal friction despite all of your outward success, you have to ask yourself, are you ready to become more intentional about how you think, decide, lead, and live? It's time to stop settling for the invisible friction. Step into genuine clarity. Thanks for